गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। जैसे कि हमने प्रीवियस वीडियो में कलेक्शन फ्रेमवर्क की थ्योरी देखी थी, इस पीडीएफ के थ्रू मैंने आपको जो भी बताया था। आज हम इसका प्रैक्टिकल देखेंगे कि हम इन सारे इंटरफेस या लिस्ट क्लासेस को कैसे यूज़ करते हैं हम अपने प्रोग्राम में। तो चलिए हम आगे बढ़ते हैं। तो जैसे प्रीवियस वीडियो में हमने देखा था इनकी थ्योरेटिकल, तो आज हम सब स्टार्ट करते हैं अपना प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू। आज मैं सारे इंटरफेस कवर करूंगी। जैसे सबसे फर्स्ट नंबर पे कलेक्शन इंटरफेस में आता है लिस्ट इंटरफेस। तो लिस्ट इंटरफेस में 3 टाइप की क्लासेस, जैसे कि मैंने बताया था, एरे लिस्ट होती है, लिंक लिस्ट होती है एंड वेक्टर होता है। तो ये 3 क्लासेस होती हैं। तो इनका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन सिंपली इसी तरह होता है जैसे कि मैंने एरे लिस्ट का एग्जाम्पल दिया है। ये बिकॉज लिस्ट इज अ इंटरफेस, सो वी कैन नॉट यूज डायरेक्टली, सो वी यूज द क्लास फॉर using this for creating object of this. So list, and this is the data type, which type of list you want to create. Then next the name of the variable, and then new keyword and the class name. This create a list whichever type of array list. In this array list is a dynamic array in which we store multiple elements as we want. Then there is some methods like add method is used to adding the element to the array list. So we in this we add 3 elements. Initially we create an array list, empty array list, then we add 3 elements: apple, banana, orange. And after this, if we want to access only one element, then we can access it through index value, like array list dot get index. We put the index value here, like we want to access 0th element, so we put 0. And if we want to access last element, then we put dot size, like size function return the size of the array list, and -1, which is return the last element. And this is the for loop, not normal for loop. It's for especially for class objects, iterating objects, for collections interfaces. This for loop is used for iterating objects, not for elements. So next, this remove method is used for removing the element. In this, we put a, like we give the object. Like if we want to remove banana, then we need to put banana, not by index value. So if we run this program, there are various methods. Like this is the add method, and if we want to search element, then we put is contain. Like is empty method returns true if the array list is empty. Like we store its value in a boolean variable because its return value is boolean. And if we print this value, then oh sorry, there is a issue. And this is the output false because initially list we add the element. If we print this before adding the element, then it gives true. Like now if we run this program, then you can see, wait for running the program. Now you can see that it return true because initially we have a empty list. And if we want to search any element, then this also returns boolean value. So, contain, then we apple. If it found this element in the list, then it return true, otherwise it return false. Now if we print this, below code we comments. There is a spelling mistakes. We simply copy this and paste here. Now if we run this program, we also comment this line of code. Then we see it also return true because apple found. And if we change the name, because it element is like a by case sensitive, so if we name as small a, then it return false because the actual element is with capital A, so it return false. Next function is like add all elements. If we have a two array list, like first is array list this, and this we add this element, and second is another, we have another list is like array list 2, and in this we add some elements. Array list 2 dot add orange, oh, papaya, and next element we have add guava. Then now if we want to add these array list elements into first array list, then we have a two option. We have two option. Either we add it one by one. Either we have a function add all, through which we directly add all the elements of this array list into this array list. Like simply we can comment this line of code and array list dot add all. Then we give array list 2 into this, and now if we have print this put array list, then we can see the result like we have the 5 element in array list 1. We can see that we these elements we add only first, and these are the part of second array list. So if we add through add all, then we cannot need to add, we have no need to add one by one element. So this add all the elements same as clear all. So if we use add dot clear all, simply remove all, sorry, remove all element and array 2. Now it removes all the elements of array list 2 from the array list 1. If we print now, then it simply print the initial elements like apple, banana, orange. So since you can see clearly. Next method is like contains all. So contains all is similar like add all. Through contain method we search one element, and through contain all we search all whole collection. If all the elements of collection contain in the first collection, then it return true, otherwise return false. And next is equals compare to object, like if we compare array list 1 dot equals, if this both are equal, then it return true, otherwise it return false. Because these both are not same, so it returns false. Oh sorry, I have not printed. So now if we run, then we can see the result like false. If all the elements of like apple, banana, orange in same as array list 2, so it returns true. And the other method is like iterator. Through iterator we can iterate over the list and remove the object, and remove all simply like we already clear it. And size function return the size of the list, and to array function convert the array list into the array. So these are the list. And second we are moving on shed. All the methods are similar to array list, linked list. So now we move on set. So this is the hashset implementation. In set we have a three type of classes like tree set, link, hashset, and hashset. So tree set, link, hashset, and hashset similar in implementation like set, then the data type that we want to implement, then variable name and new hashset data set. And the methods are some of the methods are similar like in list, like adding element through dot add is similar like array list, and remove method is also similar in in list and set. There is a difference like list contain duplicate element, but set does not contain duplicate element, and other things are similar in set and list. Other functions are also similar, like if we want to add another set into this set, then we simply create other set, has set 2, and we add some element into this. It does not contain duplicate elements. So we can see an example dot add for 14 and hash 2 dot add. If we add here 20, then and if we add in both set, if we add the value of hashset 2 into the hashset 1, then because 20 is duplicate element, so it only add 14. Hashset 1 dot add all functions are similar. So if we print this hashset 1 below element, we have comment. The shortcut of commenting is control forward slash. So now if we have run, then we can see the output. In this, there are 3 elements in the set 1 and 2 elements in set 2, but the resultant set only contain 4 elements because 20 is the duplicate element. If we put the another element in place of 20, like 23, so it add 23 also. It add initially in like array list, add the last of the list, but set at the initial. So this is the, and if we remove the element, is simply like list remove all, then has set 2. And now if we print, then it simply print the 10, 20, 30 because it has set 1 contain only 10, 20, 30. So we can see in our result like 20, 10, 30. It change the, it changed the order of the element. I don't know why. All methods are similar. Like if we want to find the size, then the size is simply has set dot size function return the size of the set, like enter that. If we print this line, then we can see the size of the element has set is 3. And the next if we search, then is contain, like this function we already see has set dot contain. If it found 20 in the list in the set, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Or like hash dot clear. And now if we print hash, we can see it print empty set because we use clear method which remove all the elements from the set. And remove method is used for like element removal or collection or an object removal. Through remove element, we also remove one element and we also remove one set. Like we add hashset 2 in the hashset 1 and we directly remove hashset 2 all elements from the hashset 1. So through clear function, we remove all the elements through the set, either 10, 20, 30. Then next we are going to map. In map there are 3 classes like linked hashmap, and tree map. Because map is a key value pair element. So we see in an example. This is a map example. This is our map class. In this we implement map through key value pair. First data type is key, then another is value. Then we can take it as our need, integer string as our need. So here we consider string key is a string value and string type, and in value is integer type. So for adding the element in this, we use put method, and for fetching the value we need get method. So by putting the value like John is a key and 25 is his age, so it is value. For getting this value, we use get method in which we need to put this key by through the key we can fetch the value. If we want to fetch value, get value. If we want to fetch the key, then we use the get key method. Like here, it print the age of the allies, like ally says is 20, 30. So this is a key we provide it here key and it get the value. So if you, another has map, like map functions are like through put element we put one key value pair, and through put all we can put directly another map into a map, like in arraylist we add all method work, as similarly put all method is works. And next is other, we can see with example, like we create another has map 2 and we add another value key value pair and we change the name, like first name is Smriti and age is like 23, and second name is like Rahul, is as value can be duplicated so we doesn't change it. Then third is like Ramesh, and Ramesh age is similarly like 20, and these three elements is add on hash map 2, sorry we doesn't change hash map 2. And now if we want to add this hash map 2's value directly into hash map 1, then we uh, add through put all method dot put all and hash map 2. And now if we print, we comment it, and now if we print it, then we can see that the value is added in hash map. Tree map and short linked hash map is similar like this, so we can clearly see that value is added, the order is changed, it doesn't demand, as we can see here has map dot remove bob, so it remove the bob key with their value. Okay. In has map 1 dot content key, so here we put an key, like if we want to search Smriti, so if this key is found in the list, then it return true, otherwise it return false, because this is also case sensitive, so here we use capital S and here we use small s, so it returns false. And similarly, like for values, content value method, and value is integer, so we put integer like 25. If 25 is existing, so it print, we forget to print it, so put. Now if we have print, then we found the result over that if the key and value exist, then it return true, if not exist, then it return false. In the result, we can say this is our hash map, and it returns false because we have put the value with is capital S, so because it is case sensitive, so it returns false. And next is return true because 25 is exist, like John age is 25, so if we found Smriti with capital S, then it definitely return true, so we can see clearly that it return true. And next method is like equals is similarly like list, we can compare two has map, either two elements for each loop which is used for iterating the hash map. And here is a replace method, so we can replace value of the key, like here if this is the value bob with is 28. Now if we want that in previously when we add the value we have confusion and we add the wrong value, like 28, bob as is not 28, it's just 27, so we need to replace 27 with 28. Here we have a two option, like firstly we have removed this, then we add it again, and another is like we simply we have known the key like bob and we have replaced the value of it. So if we has map dot replace, and we can put the bob because we want replace bob with age 27. So now if we have print, then we found result at bob age 27. Okay, here we can see previous output we have 28 age, and current output this have 27 age. So another function we have various functions for using, we can use it as our need, so these are the basic functions. This is the queue implementation. Queue is also implemented using linked list, so because queue is interface, we need a class for creating objects, so we need linked list. So for adding element we use add method, and for removing we use remove method, like this. And add all, remove all is similar like list method. And the size element, size functions, all methods are similar. Some another functions is also present in this, like peek is for getting top element, like in cube we have a rear and front architecture. So when we add peak is the element which give top most element in the, as we know that queue is a FIFO architecture, first in first out. So when we add new element, then it added through the rear, and when we remove the element, then we can remove it through front pointer. So peak is the function that normally if we want to access the top element, then if we have a null element, then it returns gives error. If we have not any element present at this position, then it returns it gives error or it gives exception. But if we use peak element, then if the element present, then it returns the head of the queue, and otherwise it return null without any exception if the queue is empty. And is empty method is similarly like if the queue is empty, then it return true, otherwise it return false. If we run this program, we can see the output. Like firstly, we have print our list. We can see in our queue there is a 10, 20, 30, and if we remove, when we remove in the list, we give the element that we want to remove. But here we doesn't need to remove, because we know in our architecture, like always element is removed from the front pointer and insert from the rear pointer, because first in first out. So firstly we insert the 10 value, then add the 20 value, then add 30 value. So when we remove the when we call the remove function, then it remove 10th element, because it added first in first out. So in front element, peak give the top value which we need to remove it, like front pointer value. So after this, after removing 10, we have the 20, so it return 20. And because we have one element remaining in our queue, so it return false. If we comment this code for removing, then it gives 20, it gives 10. We can see it gives 10, because here top 10 is present, so it returns 10. And because queue is not empty, so it returns true, sorry, false. So all functions are similar like list, because we use a class for implementation, for using this for implementation of queue is a interface. So all the methods are similar. Some other functions are like peak, and also other functions are present for using it. So if you have any doubts, then ask in comments. I will definitely give the answer of all comments. And if you like the video, then share it with your friends, and like and subscribe the channel. Thank you guys.